Hey everyone, Bargain Storm Drake here with some more Kingdom Death news for you all. Unfortunately, during the last fight with the lion, my camera batteries died and it was too early in the morning to go to any of the shops to get any replacements. So I also had to tidy up the floor, get stuff all packed away in the box again before other people got up and about. So I kind of finished off the fight, so I'll just give you a quick rundown of what happened. So we have our survivors here. We've got little Lucy hiding at the back here because she wasn't there. And of course we have Alistair, Zachary and Velia. So what happened was Velia wounded the lion but got knocked down by a reaction. Zachary used his rawhide headband to move the lion's ground fighting card to the top of the deck, so that Alistair with the bone blade was able to wound it and remove that card. Urza had already thrown a stone, so she couldn't do a lot of damage. Then we had the lion's turn. The lion tried to maul Velia, and the others yelled at her to get up, and she used her survival point to dodge and got hit on locations that already had armour. So basically she went down to on the body here, on the arms, she went down to her last damage box but managed to avoid serious injury. Basically what happened next was Urza wrenched the lion's genitals off with her teeth. I'm really starting to get worried about that woman, okay? I think she's got issues. She has deep-seated issues. She eats lion juice, gunk and all sorts of horrible things. Basically, she's that one crazy person hiding out on the side of a settlement, and people are like, you don't want to go near her. You do not want to go near her. Yeah, I think she is probably banned from taking part in the intimacy event, should it come up, because no one's going to dare go near her. She's a freak. She's a monster. Well, she's practically a monster. Now, so the lion was eventually slain shortly afterwards by a series of blows from everyone, and everyone survived intact. So they've gained 1 hunt experience point. This triggers the experiencing aging event, which I'm about to do for them all now, and. So, Velia, this is her first hunt, so she doesn't get to the second box yet. She's just lucky to survive, really. And she will be... You may have noticed something when I looked at her sheet, but I updated something erroneously, don't worry about it. So, they're going to return to the settlement. Now, the good news is I'm going to get that survival point back for most of them, right? Because at this point, it's hard to raise the settlement's survival limit. But not too hard. So we get to roll some dice. I'm just going to do in the order I've got here. So Zachary first gets a 16. We're adding these together. Urza will gain a 11. And I really need to just get these under the camera better, don't I? And then 20 for Alistair. So, 16, 11, 20. So, essentially what happens is, after they've been on a few hunts, they start getting a bit better at what they do. They each gain weapon proficiency, so Zachary, he wants to be the axe master. Urza, she likes the idea of pummeling people with clubs really quickly. Alistair, he likes his bone blade, he likes his swords, Velia, she's going to go shield in the end. But for now, obviously, they're also getting something else. Now, there's a tiny chance they might get some kind of permanent stat upgrade from this, but it's most likely to be fighting arts, okay? Let's see. Oh, wow, okay. So, oh, wow. So, Urza has gained 1 random fighting art. Zachary has gained 1 permanent accuracy. And Alistair has gained 1 permanent luck. So what accuracy does is it makes it easier to strike a creature. So let's say a weapon has an accuracy of 7+, for example. Then you would only need a 6 because you're rolling that. So I'll just get to change this to a 1. And on Alistair's sheet, you'll notice I've also changed the spelling of Alistair's name to Adam's preferred spelling. So he got luck. So yeah, accuracy makes it easier to hit things. Luck increases the chance of a critical hit. So now Alistair can score critical hits on a 9. And then Urza gained a fighting art. So we have this wonderful fighting arts deck here. And I'm just going to go like this. There's a card. What's the card? Rhythm Chaser. Okay. So just focus the camera over there while I write this down. I suppose this makes up for Rhythm Chaser. Okay. So basically, if she scores a critical hit, she'll gain a +1 evasion token. Okay. Can't use any shields or heavy gear. Okay, so she's kind of restricted to light gear and clubs. We're kind of hoping she will perish. And you know what? Someone probably will fairly soon. So I'm going to just get on with this settlement phase, really. Probably going to go in 2 videos at this point. When the lion was slain, we gained resources. Now, over here, we have a sinew. The lion's genitals, again, I am really worried about Urza. 1, 2, 3 white fur. And we have 1 sinew knocking around from last time, okay? Also gained a skull, monster bone, monster organ, and monster hide. And I'm thinking at this point, just get as much equipment as possible, but also an innovation would be nice. Would be really nice to get an innovation. Because we kind of want the settlement to grow and flourish. Because it's all very well and nice, our survivors gaining experience and becoming more masterful at fighting the beasts. So, yeah, I'll do my endeavours in a bit. But, we kind of want to, you know, if they die, and they probably will, have someone else able to take their place, have some better facilities to improve the well-being of the overall state of the settlement. So I think I'm going to try and get Zachary his axe, because he's been wanting it, and to use the lantern, yeah, how focused am I? Use the lantern horde to get an innovation for the settlement. And that'll be good, right? So what I'll do is I'll go through a number of the events, and then I'll do a summary video. Because that's easier than you watching me fumble around here. Yeah, I suspect I won't be able to use all 4 innovations this time. I'm also thinking we want Lucy on the next expedition, along with Belia, try and get them both to level. We can leave Urza behind, and we'll have Alistair with his sword, Zachary with his axe. So, I'm not changing out miniatures yet for people, right? I will start doing that eventually. But at this point, at least, especially for the 4 original starting survivors, because they're so iconic, I'm going to maintain using the same miniatures for them. Also, I went into town today. We got some new paints, so soon my survivors will be able to celebrate their brush with death by having their very own brush with death. And I'll start painting stuff up over these cold winter months, as long as it doesn't get too cold to paint, which it probably will, knowing my luck. There's certain times of winter when it just is, oh, you know. So anyway, again, my apologies for the batteries running out during the last encounter with the lion. I'll endeavour to make sure that kind of thing doesn't happen again. And we'll just see how things go. Okay, well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Hey everyone. Paladin Stondre here again with our settlement wrap-up. So, there were a number of occurrences, As our survivors returned to the settlement, a savage acid storm rained down from the sky. And unfortunately, all my fluke dice rolls happen off camera, so yeah, I'm going to have to start filming all these bits so you guys trust me, because I don't want to just like blag stuff, you know, that would feel dishonest. And again, even with the camera off, I could feel the temptation to draw a different result. However, everyone survived the acid storm unscathed, and they were able to salvage from the wreckage a little bit of scrap metal. So maybe I'll get to make some stuff with that a bit later on, further down the line. Then there was the storyline event. There was a vast barrage of screaming and endless wailing coming from the darkness beyond the lantern light. Lucy was chosen as our first speaker, and she really rallied the people with a second fluke dice roll. You know, she said, this is another monster we can hunt. This is no lion. This is, you know, if we could kill the lion, we can kill this too. And she really stirred them up and kept them all brave. She gained the Orator of Death fighting art, which will be great in some fights to come. I used Velia to draw an innovation from the Lantern Horde, and the settlement gained ammonia. So now they can make nasty, smelly gunk, which is acidic, I think. I don't know. It either smells like wee, or hospitals and military installations are always supposed to smell of ammonia. Yeah. Anyway, that has added a few more cards to the innovation deck for later use. We've crafted a bone axe and some rawhide trousers and a set of rawhide boots. So this has completed one full rawhide armour set, which means we have a spare headband and vest. So my plan is to try and build 2 of each suit of armour, and then see where I go from there, really. Obviously, some of the armour suits are far, far, far down the line, but we now have at least 1 full suit of armour for 1 person to wear. Zachary now has his axe, and these survivors have recognised that the Screaming Antelope is a possible quarry. Now, I have some thoughts on this, okay? We've got a Nemesis encounter coming in a few years' time, right? And a Nemesis encounter is basically when a monster walks up into the settlement and starts laying waste to all around it. So we want to be ready, right? The lion is a ferocious beast. However, I've noticed that it tends to be like a shredder, right? It gets lots of attacks, you know, high speed, lots of dice to roll when it attacks, lots of hits, lots of little one-point hits all over the body, spreading it around. It's the death of 1,000 cuts, right? I'd like to imagine that the antelope, rather than being straight up more powerful than the lion, will be less about its physical offence and more about psychological manoeuvres and dirty tricks. And also it's got this great big mouth on the bottom of it which should gobble people up and stuff. I imagine that's going to be pretty horrible. But I don't want to see it like doing 3 or 4 points of damage a hit, but maybe only 1 attack per, 1 die per attack or something, I don't know. I suppose I'll see what it's like. Anyway, my thought is, right, the lion is the familiar foe, right? We've faced 2 lions now. It might be worth just going 2 more lions. But what I think I want to do, right, is we've had 2 lions, so go antelope. I keep wanting to call it a gazelle. And then lion again. Well, we also have the catarium, the cat-arium, yes, I know, which allows us to build lion-related armour and stuff, but I thought I would rather finish off the rawhide set for at least 1 person first before building any cat-related stuff. And what with that and the innovation, we don't quite have resources left to build any lion armour, but that's okay. Shockingly short on bones at the moment, actually. We've got the lion's doodahs, bit of white fur, sinew. See, sinew, if we can get some bone, if that would make a bow, that'd be wonderful. Just shoot things, from a distance, nice and safe. Scrap metal, I think when we get the weaponsmith or the blacksmith or something, we can start making some basic gear out of that, but I think they're going to be a way off. So, Yeah, so first off, I think Urza, she's kind of disgraced herself. She's going to stay behind for a bit. So the departing survivors will be these four. If I can get the antelope to stand on its base, they'll hunt an antelope next. If I can't, they'll go for a third lion. Now, I think I've been lucky these first two lion runs. I'm not going to push it for a level 2 lion yet, but I'm thinking an antelope then a lion if I can. And then the Nemesis encounter, which will be my first Nemesis encounter. I'm not expecting everyone to be alive by this point. I may have to pull out extra. The other thing I'm thinking is the 4 original survivors. They've done very well, right? They're all still alive. They are experienced survivors. They got points of insanity. They got good gear. They're able to, it might be worth holding them back for a bit, sending some regular guys out on a hunt, and save these special guys up for that Nemesis encounter. So, like, send out some weak guys, fight some monsters, maybe a few die, and I finally get to do the Principle of Death settlement event. Oh, you know what? I could have tried for intimacy, couldn't I? Intimacy is the organ grinder, I think. Yeah. Augury. Well, it costs an endeavour and it doesn't cost anything, so we've got these 3 people left. I did say Urza's banned from intimacy, so let's do that now while I'm here. Oh, Alistair's been doing really well, so I nominate him. Why the hell not? And we have oh, that's not good. I should nominate someone else. This is going to be bad, isn't it? Okay, lose 1 resource from a settlement and gain 1 understanding. Okay, so no intimacy there. Just he's wrecked some stuff in his right. What we got? The Lions money bags. Yeah, rich man's money bags. White fur, sinew. Okay, the sinew and the lion's genitals are both organs. I think the lion's danglies get to go, because otherwise Urza's just going to gobble them up anyway. Alistair gets a point of understanding. Okay, so I'll set up a hunt at some point in the future, and we'll play through that sometime soon. But for now, bye-bye.